How do I hit it 10 yards further? Concentrate on this right knee, try and hold that in position, and then pull the left shoulder away from that. That's your two thoughts. Hold the right knee, pull the left shoulder away.
It just is a little more easier just to get down in front of me and then more consistent.
Move the muscle to move the arm. What do they all do? They turn, and that's not moving the muscle. So I'm saying no, the muscle, the bone stays, the muscle moves, the muscle moves. Club moves straight down. That's it.
The most important thing I think for the amateurs is getting the right amount of loft on the club for them, because there's too many clubs on the market these days which won't suit them. These drivers which only have 7 degrees of loft, very big for the ego but very difficult to use. So the important thing is to get enough loft to suit your game, because remember what we're trying to do is get the ball into the air, try and get a little bit of draw flight to it, which is then going to help the ball release to get maximum distance. Right, so let's now go and tee one up. Now a question I'm often asked by amateurs is, how high should you tee the golf ball? Now as a golden rule, what I would do is try and get half the ball above the club head. But quite often by changing that can really help you. On a hole when I've got trouble down the left, I would tee it a little bit lower. And also then in the wind, a lot of people believe teeing it low will help you to keep the ball down. What can often happen is the opposite. You tee it low, you get a little steep on it, then the ball will get up into the air and be affected by the wind. So try this as a tip. Tee it up a little bit higher. Then that other little, I guess, quirk I have in my swing that I use is I always lift the driver off the ground, because what that helps is enhances a nice, smooth, wide takeaway. Obviously, if you've got it down, I often feel taken away on the grass, I might bump into something, catch it, and it loses the tempo. So what I'm trying to do is get that nice, smooth takeaway, because what that will help is the wind up, and then you can accelerate. If you jerk it away, you're going to lose your tempo. Now the other thing everybody always asks is, how do I hit it 10 yards further? So what I would do is get that smooth takeaway, wind it up, and at the top of the backswing I want you to concentrate on this right knee, try and hold that in position, and then pull the left shoulder away from that. That's your two thoughts. Hold the right knee, pull the left shoulder away, then you're going to get that sort of powerful resistance, those two forces working against each other. So you watch this. Little above the ball, solid knee, and unwind it. Solid knee, and unwind it. Hold the right knee, pull the left shoulder away.
The control elements in the golf swing are the shoulder movement. I ask a lot of players, I say, right, get your shoulder loaded for the golf swing. Right arm up, shoulders loaded, and I say, right, now move the muscle to move the arm. What do they all do? They turn, and that's not moving the muscle. So I'm saying, no, the muscle, the bone stays, the muscle moves, the muscle moves.
Pull the left shoulder away.
So really, if I get the control in the muscle, both left and right, correctly, then I'm going to get the movement correct with my arms, which will have hold of the implement that I'm going to hit the ball with. Then what we're saying is, it's to your own muscle. It's to your own muscle. You know, if you're muscle bound like my son, they won't be able to get it past there. But you lads could be able to, get it a little bit higher and actually what we call load the muscles correctly. Your shoulder goes at right angle, and that's your shoulder muscle load up at right angles here. Then we leave the bone alone and we move the muscle. So if this is the club face up there and I move the muscle, what do I have to do with the club face to square it up? Nothing. But if you're up here and you turn, now unfortunately I've got to get the club down. So then I'm trying to manipulate all the way through.
Pull the left shoulder away from that. That's your two thoughts. Hold the right knee, pull the left shoulder away, then you're going to get that sort of powerful resistance, those two forces working against each other.
Rehearse the movement again. Really coil up. Reposition for delivery. Whatever delivery we're getting. That's it. If you make that delivery position your own, I mean, you can pressurize the shot how you want, left to right, right to left. You can do what you want from there.
I haven't been on tour in a while, so correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you go to a shorter driver?
Yeah, so I went to a shorter shaft at the start of last year.
Okay.
Yeah, so just a little more control. I probably hit it out of the middle of the face a little bit more as well.
And
more
smash
consistent.
factor went up, but you still hit the ball same distance with a shorter driver, with more control.
Yeah, more control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
You actually don't swing it that much slower either. I mean,
I find you don't.
Yeah.
But what was your miss with, let's say, a longer driver? Heel or?
So I think the longer driver, when I got up to the top and it was long, it would just want to fall behind me.
Drop, yeah.
Yeah, and then I'd miss it both ways.
Yep.
I'd either push it right or I'd hit this like
Slinger
big
left.
slinger
Yeah.
left. Yeah. So I feel like with this little bit of a shorter shaft, I can keep the club just a little more in front of me on the way down.
Like your wrist locked in more from the top to the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just is a little more easier just to get down in front of me and then.
So your hips move down, that's it. And your club moves straight down. That's it, that's it. That's it. Now you're matching your hips. That's it, that's it. So your arm pressure moves your hips better. Your hips are moving your arms.
Hold the right knee, pull the left shoulder away.
That's it. But you can't do it here. You can't hit enough balls. You just have to do that. Drill it, drill it, drill it, drill it. Because you want his hips to move this way. Move this way. Because you want his hips to move this way. Move this way.